demonstrate how a Demandu application will be using the Google Sheets and the Google Sheets OAuth scopes that we are requesting. For this verification, we are requesting the following Google Sheets scopes, spreadsheets and spreadsheets.read-only. These scopes are required because Demandu allows users to connect Google Sheets with the chatbot workflows and send chatbot collected data into spreadsheets. Demandu is a chatbot automation platform that allows businesses to create chatbot for channels such as websites, WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, and Facebook, etc. One of the key capabilities offered by Demandu is a Google Sheet integration, where chatbot responses can be mapped to spreadsheet columns and automatically added, fetched, updated, or deleted based on the configured action. For example, if a chatbot asks what is your name, what is your email, what is your phone number, the user can map these answers to spreadsheet columns such as name, email, and phone number. When the chatbot flow runs, Demandu sends the data to the connected Google Sheet based on the selected action. Now, I will demonstrate this functionality on the actual Demandu platform. It contains a simple flow where the chatbot collects the user details such as their phone number, their name, and then followed by the Google Sheet component. So we need to configure all of this before which we will actually connect our Google Sheets. So I'll simply click sign in with Google. I'll select my account which I want to use for collecting the same data. As this has not yet been verified, I'll simply click on Go to Demandu and Save. Google will allow Demandu to access this information about me. So I'll just click on Continue. So now it requires see all Google Sheet spreadsheets and see, edit, create, and delete all of my Google Sheet spreadsheets. At this stage, I'm granting access to all of the scopes I discussed earlier. The first scope, Google Sheets spreadsheets, allow Demandu to see, edit, create, and delete Google Sheet spreadsheets. This scope is required because Demandu supports multiple spreadsheet actions inside chat flows, or you could say the chatbot workflows. These actions include add row, get row, update row, and delete row. For this add row action, Demandu needs the permission to write chatbot responses into a Google Sheet as a new row. For the update row action, Demandu needs permission to modify an existing row in the selected Google Sheet. For the delete row action, Demandu needs permission to remove a row from the selected Google Sheet when the workflow is configured to do so. For workflows where the user wants Demandu to create a new spreadsheet or work with an existing spreadsheet, the application also needs access to create and edit spreadsheet files. The second scope, Google Sheets read only, allows Demandu to access spreadsheet data. This is used for actions such as getRow, where Demandu needs to fetch existing data from a spreadsheet and use it inside the chatbot workflows. However, the read-only scope alone is not sufficient. The read-only scope only allows Demandu to view spreadsheet data. It does not allow the application to add a new row, update an existing row, delete a row, create a new spreadsheet, write chatbot responses into mapped spreadsheet columns. Since Demandu Google Sheets integration is not limited to reading data and also supports writing, updating, and deleting spreadsheet records, the full Google Sheet scope is required. After reviewing these permissions, you can see over here we have the privacy policy of Demandu available, and similarly we have their terms of services available as well. So now I'll be simply clicking on continue. And now as you can see, my details have been added here. So now I can simply give any title to this configuration. Let's just say sheets. When to trigger, I'll select based on chat flow. To map any of the questions, I'll simply just save it for now. Connected our integration, we'll simply go here and configure our component. So I'll select a default sheet. For example, right now I'll be selecting a new sheet. I'll select a default subsheet and I'll choose my action. So currently we have three actions supported. We have the add row, so I'll be choosing the add row one here. And my go to next message will be thank you for your data. So this has already been saved, and after once this is done, the bot will simply tell the user that thank you for your data. Now, so now as you can see, I have my bot over here and it asks me what my name is. So I'll simply tell it my name. So I'll simply say, for example, Sam. Next, my bot will ask me my phone number. So I'll simply give it my phone number. Once both of this has been given, it will simply say thank you for your data because this data has already been pushed to my sheet. So, so now you can simply see that my sheet appears over here. And if I click on it, I'll see the data that was pushed with my lead ID, my name, and the number that I provided the same. So this is how our add row was done. Now similarly, if I want to perform the update action, I'll simply change the action over here to update row and my go to next message. So for example, I will change the same here. I'll simply say update in Google Sheet. I'll select my default sheet, which is sheet 123. I'll select the default subsheet, which is sheet number 1. And the action is choose update. So now I will simply test this on my WhatsApp bot with the updated chat flow. So I'll give it my name again. So I'll simply say my name as Sam. And then it will ask me to share the phone number that I want to update. So now I will give it a phone number which needs to be updated. So let's say 9876543211. So I'll simply send in that data. And once I have sent this in, I will be able to see the same on my sheet. So I'll simply go back to my sheet. And as you can see, the data over here has been updated. Now I will simply go for the third action that we can perform. So for the next action, we will be performing get details. So I'll simply rename this to getting details in Google Sheet. I'll select my default sheet, which is again sheet 123. I'll select my default subsheet, which is the same as sheet 1. Then I'll be choosing my action, which is get details. Then I'll add a search key. So this is basically the key against which I want to search in my database. Then add the search range and the search index, as in the column I want to look for. And I have also configured the next question. So map response with the custom attribute. So I have selected with number. Then I can go to next message. Thank you, your phone number is, and then the end chat. So now I'll simply be messaging my WhatsApp bot again. So it will ask me again for my details. So I simply say some. And then again, it will revert me with the search that it actually goes out. So as you said, as you can see, my updated number in the sheet was this number. So browse verify, you can see this is my number. So from the sheet, it has fetched me this data that against my name, the data stored was my phone number, which is my this. So this is how this will work. So as I have demonstrated, this is why we require the spreadsheets OAuth or the scope. Last action that we can perform, I'll simply be showing you the same. So again, the default sheet has been configured. The default subsheet has been configured. The action was chosen to be delete row. And the go to next message is your data was deleted. If I'll try the same with our bot now. So we just be restarting my bot. So I'll give it my name again. So now that this is done, I'll just cross-check this on my sheet over here. And as you can see, the data corresponding to the name of the customer has been deleted from the spreadsheet. And now, before concluding, I would like to say or map the requested scopes directly to the actions shown in the Demandu application. The Google Sheets read-only scope maps to the get row action because this action only reads existing spreadsheet data. The Google Sheets scope maps to add rows, update row, and delete row because these actions require write-level access to spreadsheet data. Add row requires permission to write new data, update row requires permission to edit existing data, and delete row requires permission to remove spreadsheet data. This read-only scope is not enough for these actions because it cannot create, update, or delete the spreadsheet records. This completes a demonstration of how Demandu uses the requested Google Sheet OAuth scopes and why both scopes are required. Thank you.